This is Dana Tyler in the CBS 2 newsroom, and right now Mayor de Blasio is holding a news conference about the city's preparations for the winter storm.
But parents have been concerned, obviously, about what's happening with our school buses this morning, again, because the weather hit later than originally projected. School buses functioned very normally, in fact, very well this morning. The Department of Education had the call center open at 5 a.m. For parents calling about school buses, and DOE is working closely with NYPD, Department of Transportation, and Office of Emergency Management to make sure that we get kids home safely this afternoon. We expect that we'll be able to get everything done, but it'll be a little slower, obviously, getting kids home later on. Any parents who need information about school buses and where their kids are and the timeline can call 718-392-8855. I'm going to repeat that. Parents who need information on school buses, specifically what's happening with their child's bus, can call 718-392-8855. School will be open tomorrow. We know that for sure right now. We expect warming later on when we get to the end of the evening and going into tomorrow. Every expectation that school will be open. Want to remind people anywhere in the city, if you are confronting a problem with heat, please immediately call 311 so we can get to work on that right away. And also reporting that NYCHA Public Housing, their command center is up and running. Their war room that deals with heat issues. At this moment, we have a very limited number of outages. They will all be addressed in the course of the day. So that is a situation where they're very focused. Just want to say a few words in Spanish before turning to the Deputy Mayor. Nuestros equipos siguen trabajando duro para limpiar la nieve que ya se está convirtiendo en lluvia helada. Esperamos que afecte el tránsito esta tarde y en la noche. Si pueden, dejen sus autos y usen el transporte público. Recuerden cuidar a sus vecinos más vulnerables. Llamen al 311 si no tienen calefacción y al 911 en caso de emergencia. A reminder to everyone, please check in on your neighbors, particularly senior citizens, anyone with a health challenge that you know might need help. It's good to check in on them. If you have any kind of problem, loss of heat or any other problem, typical problem, call 311. If you see something urgent or life-threatening, call 911 right away. With that, I want to turn to Deputy Mayor for Operations Laura Anglin, thank her and her team for the work they've been doing related to the storm. Everyone was up from her team very, very early this morning to double-check to make sure that school would be opening on time and we could do that effectively. I want to thank her for all that hard work. Deputy Mayor Laura Anglin.
Thank you, sir. I just want to provide a little more detail on the weather for today and what we're expecting. We are under a winter weather advisory until midnight, per the National Weather Service. I think you've noticed roughly around between 11 and noon today, the snow started transitioning over to sleet and freezing rain, making very messy conditions. We are expecting about a ½ inch of sleet accumulation and ice possibly forming this afternoon. We do expect total accumulations, as the mayor said, to range from 2 to 3 inches, probably on the lower end. And we will see the precipitation change to all rain around 6 p.m. today, which will be good, and the rain will continue to about midnight. We'll be cold all afternoon, and that's why the sleet will continue. We'll only have temperatures in the mid-20s until they rise above freezing at around 6 p.m. today. And in addition, later on today, the winds will start to kick up. We'll see likely sustained winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour. So we'll be watching for trees and other issues. And then tomorrow it'll be warmer, but it'll still be very windy, and we may see gusts in the area of 35 to 40 miles per hour. And then it will remain dry for the rest of the week. So,
okay. Thank you very much. All right, questions. We're going to take some questions on the weather situation, then we'll do some off-topic questions on the weather situation. Anyone? Anything related to weather? Yes, Rich.
Has the city dodged the bullet this time around?
So far, so good, Rich. I think we really were worried about the timing of the storm. According to what the National Weather Service was telling us yesterday, it was the worst possible timing. It was going to hit right as rush hour was beginning. And we've learned from previous experience that that's can be a real problem, particularly if it's a fast accumulation. But the good news is the amount that was being projected, the precipitation never really moved. It didn't jump up as we've seen in some other situations. And it slowed down. The storm slowed down and very conveniently waited till basically the rush hour was over. So, yes, I think this is a case where we dodged a bullet with the morning rush hour. We're not out of the woods. Again, I think the evening rush hour is going to be tough. But better than what we were worried about for sure. Any other questions on weather? Let me go once on weather, twice. Okay, well then let's get most of these good people immediately back to work. A couple of folks will stay on some other topics in case. Thank you, everyone.
You've been listening to Mayor de Blasio talking about the city's preparations for the winter storm and this evening's rush hour. Stay with us for continuing storm watch coverage on CBS 2, CBSNewYork.com, and right here on CBSN New York.